Hello, Namaskar, Vanakkam. You're watching Study with Sudhir. Let me tell you two facts right away. Class 11 promises to be the best year of your academic life. Class 11 promises to be the worst year of your academic life. Now, you may wonder, why am I saying two absolutely contradictory facts at the same time? Because both could actually be equally true. And the unfortunate part is that when it is the worst year of your academic life, that is class 11, you realize it only when you get to class 12. Let's do one thing. Let's rewind a bit. Let's rewind to the day when you had your last class 10 board examination in 2025. And you were thinking, wow, I'm a super achiever. And exactly not your fault, because so many people around you, fellow students, teachers, parents, the board, your neighbors, almost everyone has hyped class 10 board exams so much that you really think it's a really big deal to have done reasonably well or extremely well in the class 10 board examination. So you think that, okay, let me now relax. Class 11 mein masti karenge. We will not do anything. We'll just kind of relax, have a good time, have a lot of fun. So what do? You reinstate your Instagram account that you had very responsibly removed, uninstalled during your class 10 board examination preparation. You go back to Reddit, you start operating different anonymous YouTube accounts that you have, you start making reels, basically doing everything that promised to be a shaitan in your academic life. Boom, reality strikes when you look at the class 11 syllabus and you realize the gap between class 10 and class 11 is so much, so with a lot many O's, so much. It's almost like an LKG student or a UKG student has been promoted to class 5 or class 6. That's when reality will strike you. So let me in this video talk about the common mistakes many freshly minted class 11 students make, and I will also tell you the solutions, right? And I will go through each one of the streams, science, humanities and commerce separately. Now let's talk about the macro picture first. You're overwhelmed, as I said, by the gap between class 10 and class 11. You do not know when and how and what to start with, because see, what happens is that everyone focuses too much on class 10 and class 12. Class 11 is like that unwanted person. No one really bothers about class 11. You're neither here nor there. You feel like an unwanted person even within your school. According to me, this is an advantage. And you would be making a mistake if you do not take advantage of this kind of a position that you find yourself in. Convert the time when the spotlight is not on you to your advantage. You're not on the radar, right? No one is asking you how many marks did you score in class 11. No one ever will ask you. They will ask you about class 10, they will ask you about class 12, but no one will ever ask you class 11 mein kitne marks aaye the tumhare, right? And it is in this zone where you are not sought after, where you are not wanted, where you get the time, the space to work on yourself. And that's what you really need to do. The pressure will not be like it was in class 10. The pressure will not be like it would be in class 12. And this is the time where you need to really work on yourself. When I say work on yourself, what does it mean? Many of the things that you did in class 10 would have really worked to your advantage. It would have helped you score in the high 90s. So ensure that you continue with those good practices. But there would also be some mistakes that you would have made while studying in class 10. Ensure that you remove them from your way of studying. You realize that was a mistake I shouldn't have done. Oh, my classmate was doing that. It worked for him or it worked for her, but it did not work for me. So remove that or rework that, tweak that, upgrade it. Class 11 will give you the luxury to do all this experimentation. Class 12, it will be too late to do all that. You understand the point I'm making? So what I'm trying to tell you is to work on yourself and work like a student possessed, determined, to show the world what you are really made of. Class 10, you maybe performed below your potential, but class 12 is when you're going to show the world what you really are made of. Understood? So, and you need to do this from day one. uh, the good thing about class 10, as I said, is that it teaches you what works and what does not work. uh, so those are the learnings that you need to take into class 11. uh, I have always believed, and I would always tell my students, that talent can take you only this far. I have always believed that consistency is greater than talent. You may be the most talented person, but unless you are consistent with how you use that talent, you will only get so far. Someone with lesser talent but with more consistency will always get ahead of you. So consistency is what you should embrace, in addition to whatever talent you have. So class 11 is that playground where you practice that consistency. Get my point? Class 11 is also the space, the year, when you need to be thorough with concepts, irrespective of whether you're in humanities, commerce, or science, because they will carry forward to class 12. It's not a ninth, 10th class kind of a system where ninth class syllabus is not asked in class 10. When you are in class 12 and you're appearing, I'm not talking about the boards, when you're appearing for the competitive examination, it could be JE, NEET, CLAT, whatever, different competitive examination, even to an extent something like CUET, you would be expected to know a lot more about the class 11 syllabus, whatever you learned in class 11. It is your foundation, so do not ignore it. Now let me get into specific examples. If you go into, let's say, commerce, make sure in class 11 you take down detailed notes of whatever you're studying, because that will be the foundation of your understanding of the chapters in class 12. Accounting, commerce, economics, and these will also come in handy if you go ahead and decide to do a CA, a BBA, a BCom, later on in life an MBA. All this will come in handy. You take an exam like CAT or ZAT, these are the basic concepts where you could be tested on. If you take science, please remember that the competitive exam, like say JEE, will include the syllabus of class 11 also. Your 12th class boards won't include, but JEE will test you on questions, concepts even in class 11. So you need to be very, very thorough with class 11. You slip in class 11, you will need to pay the price for that in your competitive examination. Also, if you're part of some coaching centers, whatever coaching center for JE or NEET, they will put you on the treadmill. They will ensure that the pressure is all the time on you. But if you are attending a normal school and you are doing self-study while preparing, even if not for JE or NEET, maybe you are preparing for MHCET like in Maharashtra, or MSET in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, or any of the state level competitive examination, ensure that you are consistent and systematic and organized and disciplined, because only that will ensure that you are in a safe zone as far as preparing for those competitive examinations at the state level is concerned. You need to have that rigor, you need to have that discipline. That becomes extremely important. If you are in humanities, this is slightly different, and listen to this carefully. There is an unhealthy tendency to waste time. As if you are a humanities student, you think, अरे sociology में क्या पढ़ना है, history में क्या पढ़ना है, pol science में क्या पढ़ना है, psychology में क्या पढ़ना है. You just take it easy. That's a mistake you make. And this particular period of 365 days that you get in class 11 will never come back. People around you also, unfortunately, including parents, think that you don't have that much of academic pressure. Schools, try to put you through different kind of tasks which may not really contribute to what you really want to do in life. What I would advise you, and as I said, listen to this carefully. Class 11 humanities students, engage yourself in volunteering work. Volunteering work, you could join some NGO, be part of some NGO. You could do internships, and internships could be with different kinds of people. It could be with a law firm, it could be with an NGO that engages itself in work on bonded labor, on child labor. It could be with an architecture firm. Different kind of places where you will get to learn something. Be like a sponge. Okay, be like a sponge that absorbs everything at this point in time. You could do this right away in the summer vacation. You could do this in the Dashera Diwali break. You could do this during the winter vacation. Collaborate with different kinds of people to do quality projects, because at the end of the day, be it before your graduation or especially after your graduation, a strong CV really matters. And a strong CV cannot be built only on the basis of your academic achievements. These kind of volunteering work really add a lot of weight to your CV. It will be respected if you have done some really good volunteering work. Don't be obsessed with earning money at this point in time. I find people writing to me saying that this is thing and this will be my cost if I do that. Sorry, you're not even a refined product. Why would a company or a firm engage you? So don't be obsessed with earning right now. Focus on learning. Add that L to the earning. That will be the real valuable earning that you will get right now. So that's what you really need to do if you are a humanities students. Commerce and science students, in comparison, let's be honest, won't have that kind of a luxury of time. Finally, class 10 does not mean and cannot mean the freedom to use your phone liberally. Your phone needs to have app limits. It needs to have app limits, otherwise you are a gone case. You need to be disciplined with the you would have done very well in class 10 with the way you used your phone. You need to be the same way disciplined even in class 11, and of course in class 12. uh, Last point, and I'm saying this every time in every video because I strongly believe that's a skill set many people lack in. You need to work on that. Learn to communicate in English, and preferably one or two other regional languages also. It could be Hindi and Marathi, it could be Tamil and Malayalam, it could be Bengali and Odia. But learn to communicate in two regional languages and English language very importantly. And when I say communicate, I mean both read, write, as well as, of course, speak. Okay, work on your speaking skills, work on your writing skills, learn to project yourself in the best possible way. Think of yourself as a brand yourself well. Work on improving the brand, not just look at yourself as an individual. So that's what you need to do. That's how you make the best use of this year called class 11. I hope this video has been of use to you, both in terms of giving you ideas, plant new fresh thoughts in your mind, give you new ideas, work on them, and also I hope it has been a good motivation too. Thank you very much. Tata, bye bye.